All right, shalom. Um, what's going on? I mean, having issues with Facebook. I know what's going on. Okay, let me see. All right, someone find me. Did it work? Okay, all praise the Most High. All right. Yeah, then you pass. So I'm at the party. That's the thing. And then they say, "Baby, try a class in this one." And the topic is here, entangle and not entangle with affairs of this life. All right, not entangle, not entangle with affairs of this life. All right. Um, so and then they about here politics. All right. Okay. In few months, right? In few months, Ghana politics. I'm on for Kwaku vote too, right? I'm on for Kwaku vote too. And the entire me topic when because you kind of say. And then you will clubhouse, right? I was Ghana your clubhouse in T. Every Sunday about Ghana time, 11. Boy, yeah, Ghana time 11. Two arbitrary now about 3. Boy, yeah, now about 3 because you lead arbitrary or America move lead with 4 hours. All right, T. About 11. Ghana or clubhouse, right? IYC. Clubhouse needing the Israelites in Ghana. All right, so now clubhouse needed the entire Israelites in Ghana. All right, and then they were clubhouse, and then one of our sister or boss, no, are you interested in the Korean and no questions, right? And see, you can say, okay, only any question be then possible, right? And see, one of the statement I'll make here and they say, Mibusan said, then right, and I said, then Ebabisi in Ghana, meaning Omabe Tuaba, right? Omabe vote for president, right? And so I say I Omabe Tuaba, and I'm saying, yeah, okay. And I'm say Bible says yeah, interested in SA vote to and also him. So and I'm say Mibusan say no vote. And I say not really. And I was okay. I didn't ask not really. And also I brought President Nibidi so make so many promises so COVID time no more business more na say into one more or no President Nebuchadnezzar for right into a disappointed into one vote too. Right? I'm say okay. Enti say Sanka president no promise now yeah or make you know Sanka or the says the kind of man so boy can be continue voting no say yeah can be continue and voting now so okay but according to the Bible meter says any is like for 19 can say they voting right T Osha Ghana young Ghanaians no they are very interested in politics right Omo hope nyinaa egyina omo president so right because omo hope ne say president ne ba be you omo free him ne sa no mano right into and no omo hope nti about politics time I'm out for the omo taking it big right omo taking it big even sometimes quite no both parties omo to me omo supporters not to me chom no mo kono kunkum it makes no sense right but this is where Ghana for hope ewo you know why Facebook Ghana for hope ewo right someone fan check me streaming or Facebook but M says something is wrong into me in call right into omu hope nyina say government and be bo mo so called government be bo mo nya adwuma ne sa no right nti But yeah, I'm sorry, my touch on we knew what's going on with Facebook. All right. It's a link, link na it's attached. Let me say engagement. Right. Timo fan me, but me try my best me make sure to meet me and streaming on both Facebook. So that's what topic no air day. That's why I made yes our topic with, right? And see your Bible heard your Bible neka, right? Your Bible heard your Bible neka and see you call Bible nim me I have my leadership I share Bible no about politics and then some no many oko videos are it won't be brave but and then my class me any long so me touch it up a little bit on I was our politics no because so the Bible na me chance no you nyam Ghana for they are into politics to the extreme, right? Politics new I consider new religion, they are into that to the extreme, right? So your Bible heard the Bible no there eka so more fan me I'm sorry so me yet to link now go to Facebook no me log in and I say me set it up now into me and log in or into me try my best to make me fix it. Right, so but and to me and you major na my focus work class no so because my semi waste time or study home. All right, but anyway, maintain streaming on Facebook, right? But and see about touch on real quick now, and I said them can in the class near the yenche, right? Yenche tea. You ever heard the Bible neka, all right? But you go through Bible no. You go First Samuel. You heard the you na no mo decided some be, right? Because abra nyampo ko ye na no free Egypt no. One may politics say you could vote to near any president. No, one may say one casa entre, right? But you know him say you ain't by me say you ain't Israelites near rebellious, right? The pipe on it can and you best say yeah, right? You best say yeah, all right. And see, at this time, not Philistines need this. So why? Because now you're not Muslim, right? And First Samuel chapter 7, verse 3. First Samuel chapter 7, verse 3 will say, and Samuel spake unto all the house of Israel, saying, if ye do return unto the Lord with all your hearts, then put away the strange then put away the strange gods and Ashtoreth from among you, and prepare your hearts unto the Lord, and serve him only, and he will deliver you out of the hand of the Philistines. Right? This time you begin upon Emerson. Yeah, Philistines, yeah, mamamu for yeah, some bosom, yeah, all kind of evil and another at that time. My Philistines in the ebedi so. Right? To some about catch almost say mo be say nyampon deliver ma mo make sure say mo betwe mo face amosom sem ni nyina, right? Na the mo de ma kuma e de asom no nyankopon ko a, right? And to go through history now, but yana nan decide say no omope. Why? Because omo Philistine king no oye tenten oye gram. Let's say the trika say o tenten gram, right? Yana nan who sa king no amba Samuel na omka just Samuel you so may akin to say other nations, no, right? And in here the a see, all right, because say the Bible near Charles no, now pon ku free Egypt no am politics, one make say any politics, yen ko vote to no am say option, right? But yen here the see First Samuel chapter 8 verse 1 or say, and it came Misha say free verse 5 or say verse 4. Then all the elders of Israel gathered themselves together and came to Samuel at Ramah, because Samuel and Manoah will settle over the ministry, right? Judgment is on man, no, the omunya sadi, right? Is the children of Israel ekba Samuel catch us Samuel at the end of the day, omano had the omun judge right? Yes, omunye. Right, so mobile Samuel and on the Samuel say verse 5 or say, and said unto him, behold, thou art old, and thy sons walk not in thy ways. Now make us a king to judge us like all the nations. Right here, number Samuel no Samuel says Samuel, yeah, but so may a king at the other nations near the so king at that judge. But at that time, Nyampon am my king or my judges, right? Or my judges said omun ruling over us. And the judges nearby, no mu really, I mean, only a prophets, then Nyampon said omun over us, right? And to move no more guide through the scriptures, no make sure he did master so. Yena nan edi and master so, but sa judge no wu ya, guess what? Yena nan much I say musum sem. All right. Timmy Twaso. Or say, verse 5, you must say, and said unto him, behold, thou art old, and thy sons walk not in thy ways. Make us a king to judge us like all the nations. Verse 6, but the thing displeased Samuel when they said, give us a king to judge us. And Samuel prayed unto the Lord, and the Lord said unto Samuel, hearken unto the voice of the people, in all that they say unto thee, for they have not rejected thee, but they have rejected me, and they have rejected me that I should not reign over them. Right? Because at that time, you're and my judges near or certain judges over us, no more ruling over us. Right? Or mobile mekache Samuel says Samuel, may I need to say other nations no. I do more patches, some be ruling over them. Wow. So I'm be really over them. I'm to say the other nations no. But you heard the Bible, and can you go Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31? Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31. Or say, envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. So Bible says, you can see envy your oppressors. Right? At that time, the Philistines were oppressing us. Right? The Bible you can see envy you choose ways. Right? Because you the Philistines no king, yes, you say you're king. Right? You envy other nations, you envy Philistines, no, but yes, you're king. Right? Bible says you can see choose ways. And abra yana no ba some or catch someone say may a king to say other nations no. That means or my rejected on Yankopon. Right? Saying your point that every ruling over them. Right? You go back to 1 Samuel chapter 8. 1 Samuel chapter 8, verse 8, verse 8. I say verse 7 b. Or say, and the Lord said unto Samuel, hearken unto the voice of the people in all that they say unto thee, for they have not rejected thee, but they have rejected me, that I should not reign over them. Verse 8. According to all the works which they have done since the day that I brought them up out of Egypt, even unto this day, wherewith they have forsaken me and served other gods, so do they also unto thee. Verse 9. Now therefore hearken unto their voice, howbeit yet protest solemnly unto them, and show them the manner of the king that they should reign over them. Right? Someone so they don't worry about it. Or my rejecting me, me rule over them. But my king I the rule over them because of my rejecting me. Verse 10. And Samuel told the words the word of the Lord, the words of the Lord unto the people that asked of him a king. Verse 11. And he said, this will be the manner of a king that shall reign over you. He will take your sons and appoint them for himself, for his chariots, and to be his horsemen, and some shall run before his chariots. Verse 12. And he will appoint him captains over thousands and captains over fifties, and will set them to ear his ground, and to reap his harvest, and to make his instrument of war and instrument of his chariots. Verse 13. And he will take your daughters to be confectionaries, and to be cooks, and to be bakers. Verse 14. And he will take your fields and your vineyards and your olive yards, even the best of them, and give them to his servants. And the Bible says, really over mono, obetiki sa no ma onto his possession. Right? Obetiki sa no ma onto his possession. Yet also, verse 15. And he will take the tenth of your seed and of your vineyards, and give to his officers and to his servants. Verse 16. And he will take your men servants and your maid servants and your goodless young son and your asses, and put them to his work. He will take the tenth of your sheep, and ye shall be his servants. Verse 18. And ye shall cry out in the day because of your king, which ye shall have chosen you. Verse 18. Or saying, and ye shall cry out in that day because of your king, which ye shall have chosen you, and the Lord will not hear you in that day. Right now, what I say, Samuel says, Samuel, when the king will be ruling over them. Why? Will be ruling over them. So king will be making sure, so we take all their possessions, or more vineyard, will be taking 10 part of it, or more sheep, or will be more beyond, or be taking. Right now, so at that time the Jew were the soon actually but now point the inferior. Why? Because almost pekin as other nations now. Right? Yanko 1 Timothy. Yanko 2 Timothy. So no pekin, right? And some will catch say when it can Israelites near the Yampone Bemamo, so I can obey a presimo in obey a presimo, obey a presimo in every way, right? Mobile swatch Yankopon, right? Yanko because here all these presidents are they are ruling over Ghana, and then Yampon is setting them over, and yet people in the choose who's our president, but president no more choose because how our president will press you on me because you know ending massams and then they gonna for ending massams so ending massams so you need a massam and you know president will be there so you know we press here, right? Yanko Deuteronomy chapter 17 verse 11. The shall say verse 15. Deuteronomy chapter 17 verse 14. Or say, when thou art come unto the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee, and shall possess it, and shall dwell therein, and shall say, I will set a king over me, like us all the nations that are round about me. Verse 15. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy God shall. Can it be in verse 15? Or say, thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy God shall choose, one from among thy brethren, shall thou set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother. Right? The Bible says, anyone here set other nations over us. Right? Anyone say my possible be so. Anyone say my Chinese be so. Anyone say vote my Araphobia so, right? I say unya Israel ni anybody so. Now first unya Israel ni so you be also Nyankopon. Right? I didn't hear because obi also Nyankopon or obe apply love your neighbor as yourself. Right? Obi also Nyankopon obe apply love your neighbor as yourself. So the same catch na no. Sani pana Nyankopon setting over no onso Nyankopon. Then also they will be taking all their possessions. After so na nam de ebisu. Right? And the Bible says See, a taking over us, Sakin, I say, oh, you'll be a free Israelite abusuakonim, right? Now, if you say, oh, you need power, also, or no yankopon, because also yankopon, or better apply love your neighbor as yourself, right? And then the presidents now, you vote tomorrow, Emma, yes or no. So, presidents, Omunso yankopon, and no one apply love your neighbor as yourself, right? Because social Ghana, for example. Ghana more gold, cocoa, natural resources. All these natural resources are and can make me more abwa amamuna de omotimi adi. But I now say Ghana for yendi emrasen and soon to know. You vote to my president Obeka and some ed the aguyasun. But mammy to us, you better touch you on real quick. Verse 16. I'll say, but he shall verse 16. But he shall not multiply horses to himself, nor cause the people to return to Egypt, to the end that he should multiply horses, for as much as the Lord has said unto you, ye shall henceforth return no more that way. Verse 17. Neither shall he multiply wives to himself, that his heart turn not away, neither shall he greatly multiply to himself silver and gold. Right? Obi also nyankopon all multiply silver and gold unto himself. Right now, the more president no media obi aba for their own gain. Oba nyesika na mo gold ni natural resources ne wa assassins no. One enjoy or no ni na busu for enjoy and akwasibro ni na enjoy. But mami hwe a quick definition. Yemhwe politics. Mami added politics. Yemhwe politics real quick. Politics. Politics. All right. Well, yeah, just the definition I may pay. All right. This is the definition. All right. Politics, I say the activity associated with the governance of a country or other area, especially a debate or a conflict among individuals or parties having hope to achieve power. Right? Into politics is a process among for go debate number so much power over the people. Right? Or to me over the people. All right, Yen Kanwe, or say, what is the simple definition of politics? In everyday life, the term politics refers to the way that a country are governed and to the ways that the government make rules and laws to manage the human society. Society probably, right? Politics can also be seen in other groups such as companies, clubs, schools, and churches, right? And politics is the way it's among focus on govern a country, right? Abraham upon a year and another free Egypt no. Or my master may be to me at the govern it. While me a politics, young join politics, right? Yanko vote, while me a sardin or see in the master so. It's in Yango upon us the judges of Asa. Are dear judges no or any say or making sure see the master so. But that's what we had. Nyen nanom encreate or more law some di or more law so now put it and some more as you use the govern you right and only your system but politics new the ways of other nations no right or be about politician be about no one wants setting the laws and in the rules of fee say beboa amamu for no but at the end of the day you said and what amamu for why because here is like yampon ama your laws any how laws and commandments are a bit why are governed as a nation, right? And she says yes, a taking yes, a president that only so yankopon on you Bible in there and govern yet or not be sure how we feel, right? And to also yanko back to Deuteronomy chapter 20, Deuteronomy chapter 17, verse 18. I'll say, and it shall be when he sitteth upon the throne of his kingdom that he shall write him a copy of this law in a book out of that which is before the priests, the Levites. Verse 19. And it shall be with him, and he shall read therein all the days of his life, that he may learn to fear the Lord his God, to keep all the words of his law and these statutes to do them. Right? Verse 20. That his heart be not lifted up above his brethren, and that he turn not aside from the commandment to the right hand or to the left, to the end that he may prolong his days in his kingdom, he and his children in the midst of Israel. Right? Tibami as I say, President or yes, taking over us. I said onya emrasem no. No, this so every day. Right? Said king apply emrasem na. Samson and young Israelites near so yeah, the yes will be emrasem. So why? Because king not ever force emrasem no the army so. Right? But now today, because we have yet this I say young person young pombe king no, I need to vote for president no. Because of that, all the president no, they don't have gas laws in their hand that they for apply every day. Me at for so right. It's in the Ghana, Bonnie or with the same address or Ghana. Why? Because all these presidents now you vote more me apply Yankopon laws. Almost 30 or more laws. Almost 30. Because you bring there the more almost 30 or more laws. Rather than so many use Yankopon Rasam no, or moon use right? Because of when you say into Nyampos, you can see a vote, right? And you can see a vote. Why? Because Nyamupan can see a vote more. Only Nyamupan is set king over us, right? First Maccabees. When they of politician, you have a definition of politician. Definition of politician. Politician. All right, politician. Let's say number one. I'll say a person experienced in the art of science and government. I'll say actively engaged in conducting the business of a government. Number two, a person engaged in a party in a party politics as a profession. B, a person primarily interested in political office for selfish or other narrow, usually short-sighted reasons, right? So these politicians know they are selfish, they are for their own gain. All right, they are for their own gain. Now, as someone says, and can say, oh, politicians are mobile, they are share, bossa, bombe dia dia bibia omoyema omona for ne omobusia for. But yema move for the omon for. Why? Because omo pay power for their own selfish gain. Right? That's a politician. Right? All right. Yanko First Maccabees chapter 8. First Maccabees chapter 8, verse 12. Into right now, no Bible say before me call Yanko Second Timothy chapter 2, verse, I think it's 1 verse 9. Second Timothy, Second Timothy chapter 1. 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 4. 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 4. I say, no man that warreth entangle himself with affairs of this life. Right? And you can see entangle ourselves with these affairs of this life. Why? Because the affairs of this life, is not according to God's will. The affairs of this life, is according to Akosibuni. Why? Because if we are seeing it was we Asha Akosibuni said the own ruling, and other nations no more support Akosibuni, almost a ruling. Hold on, Yanko Job chapter 9, verse 24. Job chapter 9, verse 24. Job chapter 9, verse 24. I'll say, the earth is given unto the hand of the wicked. Right? And then the rulership the wicked and a ruling over this earth. Right? Now upon the 2 million as a 2 million the wicked. And then I can Matthew chapter 4. But some episode used to share now. Some of catch on see we are seeing 2 million right? So okoto sorry me amedi ni number. And then they akosi broni okoto sorry bonsam. Okoto sorry bonsam enti and right now akosi broni na the a ruling. Into the nations now more joining where akosi broni na omo nyina the enjoy omo nyina ruling together. Chinese for ruling, Arab for a ruling, right? Enti ba me as I say right now, assassin I was any day no is the God now called the wicked meaning because he said the own ruling, right? Or neighbor some the omu assassin so assassin way any day. All right. You can come back to First Timothy chapter 2, verse 4. First Timothy chapter 2, verse 4 say, no man that worrieth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life. Why? Because the affairs of this life, why? It's all lust that goes against God's laws. Right? It goes against the affairs of this life. Because the affairs of this life is ruled by one, it really the affairs of this life. Akosiboni, the wicked. So everything that they do, it goes against God's laws. And then they'll share politicians pass a law say bema ni bema betimiada obani bem oba betimiada, right? Why are they passing these laws? Because akosibuni na the assassination in South or making sure say all the countries on this earth or passes our law, right? Because Bamieta said the earth is given to the hand of the wicked, right? Right now akosibuni they ruling over the earth, right? The Bible is saying you can say you entangle affairs of this life. What are some of the affairs of this life? Politics. Vote na MPP for the NDC for no mu ku supporters ni ku na politicians no more enjoy omo be this one no masa area go ni koko nyina asa de abo money omo busuan for but movie a masa vote, right? Boy, because Ghana for the embassy you may see be tell you pass a smooth words. All right, my man's finish it. Verse 4 or say, no man that worrieth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who has chosen him to be a soldier, right? Right. What shall I say? I choose yesterday. A soldier, they follow orders. What orders are we say? Yeah, follow. Right. And to the soldier of God, won't me entangle with yourself with the affairs of this life. Say vote you why? Because it goes against right? Because Nyampon the best to take king over us. All right. All right, Yanko, First Maccabees, chapter 8, verse 12. First Maccabees, chapter 8, verse 12. I'll say, verse 11. I'll say, it was told him besides how they destroy and brought under their dominion all other kingdoms and isles that are that at any time resisted them. Right into this time of the time of the Greeks were ruling, right? By heard the Bible verse 12. I'll say, but with their friends and such as allied upon them, they kept enmity. Enmity means friendship, right? They kept enmity, and that they had conquered kingdoms both far and near, in so much as all that heard of their name were afraid of them, right? Verse 13. Also, that whom they would help to a kingdom, those reign, and whom again they displace. Finally, they that were also that whom they would help to a kingdom, those reign, and whom again they displace. Finally, that they were greatly exalted, right? And I'm saying the earth is given to Akosibuni. To whoever support Akosibuni, they will allow them to reign. It's now here Ghana, here Africa, politicians are those now almost reigning for a long time here. Almost Akosibuni, they almost supporting Akosibuni agenda. It's Akosibuni protect almost reign for many years. But those of yen and no more supporting Akosibuni agenda no, and then Akosibuni ayomo or displace omo okuomo or set up coup. Oshe Kwame Nkrumah eba obedboa Ghana nya from who they feel the British. And then omo ye no omo ma yananam seti coup and the omo tu Kwame Nkrumah. Why? Because Kwame Nkrumah accepted a more agenda. Same thing with Patrice Lumumba, right? Same thing with Sankofa. Same thing with Steve Biko. All these men are fighting for justice. All of them know. Why? Because they were not agree with Akosiboni agenda. Right? In the Bamiata says, who align with yourself with Akosiboni? Or maybe will live forever. Why? Because I'm the 2 minute assassin 2 minute shomosa. And to whoever they want to reign on, or remember want to send in the Pakwana, I will live forever. And now here African countries be your president be ruling for 10, 40, 50 years. Why? Because almost supporting Akosiboni agenda and the Akosiboni ebo mo ede emo mo wuli, right? That's why Bible is in say you're entertaining ourselves with the affairs of this life. Because at the end of the day, no, the wicked rules. So whatever the wicked want to do, and whatever consider new person, you know, obey me until say Christ be back no ye akosibo ni ere every assassin. So all right, and try this one. So why the Bible is in say entangle ourselves of this life. All right. Yanko Isaiah chapter 30. May read this our scripture the last week class, but I'm about to catch you idea real quick. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 1. I say, woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit. Right? Yeah, rebellious to the extent say, so many years, right? And you have voted, but there has no be any benefit. Right? Still Ghana for you poor. Still, young Israelites, no, still, I'm stopping my screen share. Still, young Israelites, no, yes, we are still on the bottom, right? They have no any change, right? And because of that, Nankibo say, okay, I didn't know they be a quite sorry, any cosa zone to Nicoisi vote, some money na still ye poor, but and then they quite a bonnet crowd also Ghana. Rather than say, or mobile returning back to Yankopon, no more say, okay, Yankopon. I didn't know ye breast and no more who Yampon, Amayan and another who didn't hear Bible who didn't hear Bernanke at here on free bonnet. Yes, sir. Right. Messiah can it be verse 1. Or say, woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me. Because our counsel you're taking now, you take it from where I could say Brunio. Ye pisika, ye kwa kosi Brunio. Ye pe education system, ye kwa kosi Brunio. Ye pe road, ye pe kwine, ye kwa kosi Brunio. You take counsel from a Yankopon. But Yankopon counsel, na me at so a blessing assassin we go in natural resources. Anki didn't imagine so be me I enjoy Sanomano. By now saying didn't matter to say all me enjoy because I'm a move for the barber enjoy. But thinking who says the entire I'm a mom for enjoy near the entire other nations you could bob on be sending some money now. And I'm seeing in your comrades and smith. You return it back to young comrades but Ghana for yes, is like near yes because you're rebellious, right? Because you basically counsel every on in your coupon. All right, me say can it be verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit. All right, that they may add sin upon sin. Yeah, continue adding sin upon sin because you continue voting, you continue supporters, MBB supporting me, and this support no more come. Then we have to just kind. Then we have to two new just say and since making no sense that at the end of the day. Politicians need to be there, still no more pressy, no. Right, still no more pressy, no. Right, you continue adding sin upon sin. So many years, intimate acknowledges that no money idea on question no, and why because now upon alpha no man no man my Israelites no. Major Park of verse 7 or say, for the Egyptians shall help in vain. Egyptians near your wine, no, right? Akosibroni, Bible says Akosibroni, they will help in vain. Almost mean why, right? And then the Akosibroni say, okay, Ghana from passing law, Bema bets me at that. Where are there beboa a mine? Where are there beboa a mine? Bible says Akosibroni, obey help you us in vain. Ultimately, why? All right. Verse 7. Or say, for the Egyptians shall help in vain, and to no purpose. Therefore, I have cried concerning this. Their strength is to stay still. Because by me, as I say, I consider no much me why. Because omo baby be omo ye for mo gain. Omo ye be for mo gain. Right? Oko Chinese for bobo sia. Omo bobo si kind for mo gain. Because at the end of the day, no one say young Israelites need to mean tria. It's omo beji a car, omo beji a road, omo beji airport, omo beji electricity company, Alpha. Why? Because your domo can you intimate. Or what mean why? Baba me say your strength is best still. Meaning, rather than say be kon yango pom na se nyankopon a chair ade say ye near the ultimate boy no ye nyasa by ye be Russia ko Chinese for ye be Russia ko America for some boy. Baba me say they will help us in vain. All right. Yanto so. Verse 8. Now go write it therefore in a table and note it in the book, that it may count for a time, that it may be for a time to come forever and ever. Verse 9, that this is a rebellious rebellious people, lying children, children that would not hear the law of the Lord. Yeah, because you may see between Yankopon Rasem, so you're rebellious. Because Bible is saying Yampos in you tangle ourselves with our affairs of this life. You're entertaining vote in this mano. All we have to do is entrust in Yampon and Yampon Rasem. Yampon best to take the right person so be ruling over us. Right? But then I'm saying, nah, but right now, the Iriaseba, Ariana, Bob Manamiata says, use to be a king. Still, you reject this idea. Right? Still, you're not reject this idea. You're not number say, use to be ruling over them. On the bringing the ruling over them. Right? Hold that. Young call John chapter 11. John chapter 11, verse 47. John chapter 11, verse 47. I'll say, then gathered the chief priests and the Pharisees a council and said, what do we? For this man doeth many miracles. Verse 48. If we let him thus alone, all men will believe on him, and the Romans shall come and take away both our place and nation. Right? Because shows take over more power, more Ghana. And then the politicians and somebody embrace so. So why? Because politicians could joke as me is like near. I didn't have to say BC. I consider any Barbie take power over them. Barbie catch them say we anti-Semitic. I don't know catch so I don't know who you is like me. Right? Because of that, you need to know. Or maybe the basic help from Akosibrini. Right? So they will do everything to make sure that Akosibrini is still in power. That's why I ended Omoye. Right? Omobesi yes Christ be do almost. Into massam the ombeso mete and massam so. Ombeso made the omobidi and massam. Right? Yanto so Isaiah. Yanko back to Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 10. I'll say, which say to the seers, see not. Because the seers know a prophets, no, right? You can count things First Chronicles 9:9. The seers know a prophets, no, because prophets ni ba omo cho nyankopon masem so. Omo man no man sweet. Man no man enyo de e wo asum say oh, we the edit me. No, omo kan nyankopon masem e the judgment eba and omeka. Omo de no kwan eba. But enam say yen nanom empe emrasem no omo so meti emrasem omo so meti and also meti emrasem ensunti no. Unima so momoka. Yen hwa so momoka. Verse 10, or say, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceit. Right? And I may be a president, I may talk out mouth, may be a president, I may to fiama, may be a president, I may see, and then I do more better. But I won't say, a better to say, Massa. So yendi master no so a ahochene wo me be continue akwa sa ahochene yendi master no so nya upon the judgment e be bagan ombe so me betesa omo pensema e de wo masum enti omo ka che prophets ne on ka che say na masa ense na mo ka no yen follow ense na mo ka no yen agree yen be say beti e master no ka che say Ghana for ye be yi ka che say 2024 ye be yi me kai last time na ye pe TV show, I'm a leadership more aquatura at there also. Then one of the TV show be a reach out. Or yes, I'm African EB. And yeah, reach out. Oh yeah, interested in Bible moves and this and okay. And yeah, reach out and send a video come out this person. As some of can say your teachings there or your teachings there only interested in that and you know or promote you. But nipa ne channel kwasa sem kwa no amanfo be jira ka cho ebeka so omo na yesu na o interview and na sa o interview san kofo nyina na nyankopon asem na ye be kire no na amanfo hu na mo atwa mo fi bone no eno de onye enyo nye wo ade a upeso promote wo social media. Why? Because Ghana for ye mpe ensem a ye pensem a ede e wo yasem. Say obi ba business social media aka say minimum yesu most entamana TV shows are friends of Branham Yemyo interview. Obi ba betina social media waka say me ko hu bonsam e wo gem. Ne ya friend say o mra no o meye interview. And when you call some Ghana for any jihon, but no crana or a bed Ghana, Nana and San Quende, oh, Nana, as church already, ye subscribe to science trend, right? Yes, subscribe to science because when you say, and some ye can, and yet and some add, and yet and some ye smooth words, and yet some air croco, and some no and some a fossil MOD and master so. And some a tomb. And it's among pesa, na massa, na yembese subscribers to Sadian. Why? Because omo and some adding to the politicians nearby, omo make false prophets, false hopes, and I share. Meto yesi ama, maybe dia de may see ama, but still in Kusi Why? Because Ghana for ye rebellious, yembese biti in some prophets near. Men come on pastors no more Ghana, no, omo prophets. They can't Bishop Nathaniel. Bishop Yanai, all the leadership of IYC, and some normal can free Bible because why? But Yampone they choose almost the omotre and rasem. Ghana for empesa and seminity, omopen sama ede. So they put their hopes in politics, right? Omo put omo hopes in politics. Until the baby are no more bofu, or pregnant you be there, no anya the kind, no more bofu, no omo people, no we chase now we no more kunkum and sama and wound young quanomo. And some and here and quantum here, but presently be there no multiply gold and silver unto themselves, on in the bush no more for no more chile. Or movie, ten be draw almost or massa. Men says can my packet go, Medina go abroad, me all came number bush for. Not next person, but no more gonna for hope says yeah, not gonna fuck too. Not the same thing over and over and over, generation after generation, when you are there, air cost. Right. The Bible says you can see entangle ourselves with this life. So our politics no man. You can see the own question. Right. And you can see the own question. All right. Let me share what I want to bring. All right. I young call Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes chapter 5. Ecclesiastes chapter 5. Ecclesiastes chapter 5 verse Ecclesiastes chapter 5. Is it 5? Yeah, Ecclesiastes chapter 5 verse 19. Ecclesiastes chapter 5 verse 19. Says every man also whom God has given riches and wealth and has given him power to eat thereof. Ghana nyapon blessing Ghana for with riches and wealth. Nyapon yedi masen so nyapon be me power. Say be enjoy sanoman. Right? Yento aso. Or say and has given him power to eat thereof and to take his portion and to rejoice in his labor. This is the gift of God. Nyapon says like yedi masen so Nyapon me me power. I mean enjoy sa riches na any wealth na Ghana. You good, you cool, natural resources no. Tanke di masen so an Nyapon be boy de ama sanoman nyina de. E bit me I enjoy every sanoman. Tanke di masen so right? Yento aso. Young jumping cover chapter 6 verse 1. Chapter 6 verse 1 I'll say there's an evil which I have seen under the sun, and it is common unto among men. Verse 2. A man to whom God has given riches, wealth, and honor, so that he wanteth nothing for his soul of all that he desire. Yet God giveth him not power to eat thereof, but a stranger eateth it. This is vanity, and this is an evil disease, right? Now I'm saying any and residents to resources no, I'm a move on and enjoy. President Bien will beat me about fight it. I can say Ghana for ever enjoy his riches. No. Be a mess. Why? Because right now there's a time this Christ rulership ever. Only the boy might say yet me I prosper. Only the boy to me I the idea time for so. Only the only person right now beats me I said in Jesus Christ. Right? Only Jesus Christ beats me I said. Right? All these riches are what Ghana. Nyampo me enjoy his riches. No, why? Because they did a so into a man I'm a move for and enjoy. But yes, sorry, I see evil too. Yes, sorry, I see You say money more day. But yes, as so now I'm among for about material good, or material go cool, or material natural resources, and they enjoy. I'm among for the enjoy. Why? Because you didn't go pon ransom so. Right? But see, returning didn't go pon ransom so. Nyampon be bless it. Right? Yeah, returning didn't go pon ransom so. Nyampon be bless it. I think it's last scripture. Oh yeah, First John. You go First John. First John. First John chapter 2, verse 15. You heard the Bible when come. First John chapter 2, verse 15. I'll say, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. What are the things in that in if you say way? Politics. Bible is saying you can see you don't if you say normal we are so right. Yet me entangle ourselves with the affairs of this life. Politics, so could vote too. Now call yet MPP, NDC, no. Bible is master. We use like ni. Say no man men found worship. Oh, then it will be a master so. No one did you use Christ. When you are then upon the Maya. Right. Messiah can be verse 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. Right. And so and no way we are swimmer. Meaning politics, as politics are. Bible said the love of the Father is not in you. Why? Because Bible as I said, and I'm saying rejecting Yankupon, you know, or more Bible is soon, or more multiply silver any good unto themselves. Or what's mean why? Bible says be soon after Yankupon, but Yankupon in fear. Why? Because you see, be Yankupon, you are rejecting Yankupon in Yankupon, you are rejecting saying Yankupon the ABDS. Because of that, you know, you be soon Yankupon the own empire until say you better acknowledge your sin. Now that you have repented your home fear burning. All right. I mean, I think it's Zechariah. So Bible me tells us you can see you don't normal way as in politics not sound no man. You can see the young shame. And you can see the young shame. Because at the end of point expect you free or say and said you be the master and so. All right. The scripture may be very few. All right. All right. So that's the when the idea I said you did a master so but our politics need a master who you frame. You from I may go back to First John. I mean to some more. All right. First John verse 16. I'll say jump up verse 17. I'll say and the world passeth away. A time will come a considerable rulership. So we are saying that you will know a pass it away. Why? Because a considerable rulership and then the last rulership on this earth, right? Now, if you want Jesus Christ to rulership about Israelites, need masters, need Jesus Christ no. Yeah, you're ruling under Jesus Christ, right? Into right now, a considerable any other nations, no rulership at the air end, right? Verse 17 are saying, and the world passeth away, and the last thereof, so kuvuti. And I'm basically nipa we win it. These are the last of the world, right? These are politics, the last of the world. I'll say, verse 17, and the world passeth away, and the last thereof, but he that doeth this, and I'm about my Bible not he that doeth the will of God endureth forever. So until you say and you endure forever, and you enjoy all the resources now upon the ever bless here. And they say that you won't free if you have no right. And you can see politics, and it's no man. And you can see entangle ourselves with the affairs of this life. Because the affairs of this life is what is ruled by Akosibroni. Politics, Akosibroni, almost system. And they're gonna for envy a more adapted side, to whoever support Akosibroni agenda. No, send upon the be ruling. enti mu ko vote ma we ko vote mu kasa mu vote ma at the end of the day ne sani pa no akosibo na ebe set no over because oba be dia dia hwan no baka akobo bosia enya akosibo ni Chinese for no kwakobo bosia yeah see at the end of the day no they will be so subject to akosibo ni right but obu go against akosibo ni agenda akosibo ni be set cool e wo Ghana so the obi sani pa na free akonya so I hope saying yes BB and then the class leadership I had a great class about the affairs of this life, politics and so on. But and the number me touch on because conversation now our sister, my name is sister, have your kind and some more kind of my because okay, my main touch up on it real quick, right? But Ghana for more Israelites, Omunti, but still work vote to MPP, MC no mu yesi na amo twi se kan no echi to no mu kom no mu na and so be any so. At the end of the day, no, because they are breaking Yankopon laws, no more maybe this union, Omutimim in any way. Right? Omo multiply gold and silver unto themselves. All right. He said, Yankopon boy, I'll say yes, MBB, and a day. Yankopon boy, na peso more. Of you know my our video, yeah, say Frey, right? Kumasi, I bet you maybe you Kumasi, I also need maybe IPT will fit more, bra, none near be right? Across offers, so you bet you maybe one of the only abyssion. You say more is life for no, right? But when say the emerson, so you didn't master so now point the ever blessed with eternal life, any all rulership, any all riches. Me okay can Bible say our eyes have not seen the things that are may Jackie precept. Bible say you knew who no ma now purpose obey yama in the future, right? There are so many things now obey yama Israelites no me did now promise no me omanya jidio is Christ. Right, so the only thing I say making sure see the immersion so that's our laws. I bit me a governing Israelites the immersion and be beat me governing right be bien who bit me a governing aside from immersion be bien ho right so you making sure see be the immersion so now pon boa you better try this one so me know why Facebook me has issue with Facebook but now pon boa maybe making sure say you be fixed. Now make me stream Facebook as well. All right. So I said American leadership. I have many great classes over YouTube. When you want to share, questions. Be also make me send you questions now. IUIC Ghana, IUIC.Ghana@israelnet.org, IUIC.Ghana@israelnet.org. Obviously, first, right? You know my video now. Say, Fred, now, no, whatever questions I want, many, so, and a clubhouse, making sure y'all join the clubhouse. Israelites in Ghana clubhouse, right? You know, we say good questions. So we are about, and that's true. If you want more challenging Bible, but at the end of the day, no, Bible, no, and own challenging you, own challenging Bible, but at the end of the day, no, be no bits me a challenging Bible, yeah, but my Bible, yeah, truthful, right? Or be anyhow. Right, Bible, you know, at the end of the day, Bible in the crew book and the bed no correct so forever and ever, right? But I need to say you know more bound, but some more and some of pastors not catch on all nations will be saved. Now then sound no money at na John 3 any sound of money. But you can kind Bab no money understand. Was okay. A good semi be before for a good semi who semi is like a good semi who is Christ to any is like for. But to operate the most and he has set us our clubhouse no for you more sorry mu you more sorry or more so who no quell Bible no more move is no query the Bible in the crew book no mumra na the yankin can by near said the Bible in the crew book and I say in the crew book and I said Bible no a book and I said Bible no any book right in your be platform now you bits me abaned or mobile Bible no right because at the end of the day no Yan papa say you know Sylvia nyina yen is like no Sylvia nyina but nyina so nyan papa say why because nyina na e pese di emrasan so all right but say nyan pon pay near that sit in koma ye better ya decision so nti say obi ani ku me charge na our questions I obetimi abusa I say open platform whatever questions I will be an obetimi e the abusa right but say nyan pon pay no man wo de ne kwa near that sit in koma you better try this one so until me the best say so be any questions all right shalom.